just going to hit record. Okay. Come down into a comfortable seated or kneeling position. I'm just going to start by a little bit of breath just to ground us, because it's been a little bit, I don't know about you lot, a little bit of a wave of emotions the last few days, so it's always good to come back and centre the body, come home to ourselves. So just taking a seat or kneeling. If you want to sit on a pillow, you can sit on a pillow. Just closing the eyes. Right palm down on the right knee. Take your left 2 fingers, your peace fingers, and place them in between your forehead, between your eyebrows. And you're just going to close your right nostril with your ring finger. Closing the eyes. Just start to breathe in through the left nostril for a count of 4, 3, 2, 1. Close the left, open the right. Exhale through the right for 4, 3, 2, 1. So we close the right, opening the left. Nice long spine as you're breathing in. 2, 1. Close the left, opening the right. Exhale 4, 3, 2, 1. So pull the breath in through the left. Just to balance the left and right hemispheres. Exhaling through the right. So take one more cycle through the right, the left side to the right. And then when you're ready, we're going to inhale through the right nostril for a count of 4, 3, 2, 1. Close the right, opening the left. Exhale 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathing in through the right nostril. Relax the shoulders, relax the jaw, relax the eyebrows. Exhale left 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale right 4. Just soften the face. 3, 2, 1. Exhale left 4, 3, 2, 1. So just 2 more cycles here. Inhale right, exhale left. Work at your own pace now. If you just come in, just maybe just start by taking some deep conscious breaths in and out, just to land in the body. One more breath here. Okay. Bring both hands down to your knees, close your eyes, and just take some nice deep breaths in through the belly, open the hips. Breathing out with a big breath out, just letting go of any tension, any stress, any anxieties. Do 2 more of those. Really breathe in, sit up nice and tall. Open the mouth, let it go. One more time, really land into that body. And let it go. Okay. So let's just sweep the arms above the head, keep the eyes closed, bring our hands into a prayer above our heads. And just drop the hands all the way down to the heart space, and just taking a moment here just to breathe and connect and anchor in at your heart. Just bringing in some stillness. Perhaps some gratitude for making some time tonight for you and some space. And as you're exhaling, just giving yourself permission just to go into the body tonight. So to get out of the mind. Be with the body, be with the feelings and the sensations. Just be open to receive any guidance, any downloads, anything that comes through. Just be open to listen with an open heart, rather than letting the mind start to interfere. So we're just going to begin to open the hips. So if you've got tight hips, you're going to want the soles of your feet together and you're going to open at your knees to the side, or perhaps you put pillows under your knees. You're going to inhale to lift the heart and you're just going to exhale to fold forward, chin tucks in. Those of you who want to start with a bit of a deeper stretch, legs are going to open. So you're just going to inhale and we're just going to lift and we're just going to drop the chin down and relax through the face and the jaw. We're going to spend about 2 to 3 minutes in each pose when it's yin. So if you're not used to being that still in yoga, I would ask you just to really focus on your breath tonight. Get my timer just to be a little bit more aware of it. And if you notice that the mind starts to try to distract you or wander, just come back to the breath. When we've got the legs open and we're folding forwards, it's nice to connect the element of water and earth. With this moon, there's going to be a lot of emotions that have been potentially surfacing up for us, particularly the last couple of days, and it tends to continue the next few days after this particular moon as well. So it's going to be nice and important to stay grounded and connect to the earth, to the ground. Because this new moon is about bringing all of your feelings and emotions all the way up to the surface for you to finally see them, hear them, and release them. You've had a minute, so perhaps you want to go a bit deeper. You might have been feeling a bit anxious, even a bit exhausted. There's been a lot of shifting and things feeling like they don't actually make sense for some of us. It's important to know that a lot of us are feeling these feelings, so we're not on our own going through this. The water element asks us to connect with self deeply with our emotions, but also to connect with others so that we are not doing this alone. So see if you can take a couple more breaths and just go slightly deeper. And as you're folding the heart down, maybe you can note that it's really important that we listen to what's being pulled to the surface. What are we being shown during this dark moon phases? The shadow is here to us to guide us into the light. I know a lot of us are doing a lot of work around this at the moment, so be gentle with yourself as well if things are coming up. Let's take in one more deep breath in. As we exhale, slowly taking your time. If your legs are out wide, slide your hands under your knees. Okay, we're going to keep the right leg forwards. Left foot's going to press in, coming into half butterfly. We're going to turn the hips, so we're going to go at an angle and we're going to fold over. So we might be up high, we might be down low. So pull the heart up, so it's like you're doing a little cobra, those of you that do yoga with me. Lift and then start to melt down. The more we pull the chin in, the more you're going to open up the hip channel, but just again be mindful here that you're not over pulling or over stretching. And if you have been feeling fatigued and tired, a lot of us get frustrated that we keep feeling in this energy. But actually, this is totally in alignment with the moon. When the moon goes into darkness, it's the time for us to go into reflection, to nurture and to care. So if you've been feeling like you're swimming upstream lately, it's time to let go and just lay your head back and just float down the river instead. Perhaps you can bring that sensation of water into your body, When was the last time you allowed yourself just to float and just to be? Just start to extend the stretch if you can. Just allow yourself to be curious. Cancer new moon is about learning to trust ourselves so that we can navigate what is coming and what is ebbing and flowing to us. And one of the best ways to connect to trust is to learn to trust in your inner wisdom within your body. And that's what yin is amazing for. Where could you reach a little bit further, and where could you let go a bit more to open that stretch? Let's just take one more deep breath in here. As you exhale, coming up, we're just going to switch the legs over. So take your time. Sometimes we can feel a bit dizzy, a bit sick, so just be careful. Other leg's going to extend. Pull the foot in. If you've got tight hamstrings, you might want to bend the knee or slide something underneath it. Lift the heart up. Exhale, sink. So relax the teeth, the jaw. And we want to move the body into the center and go diagonally across, just to extend into that hip. The Cancer moon is about connecting to that feminine energy. Our masculine energy relates to doing all the things and the achievements, whilst our feminine energy is here to allow us to nurture and be our own healer or our own medicine. So again, if you've been pushing and pulling and trying to go in a certain direction, this moon is here to slow us down, go into reflection, take time planting the seeds and doing what you want to come into fruition over the next month, but not rushing it. Sometimes our seeds might grow in a month, sometimes they might sprout in 6 months, sometimes they might start blossoming in a year or 2. We connect to the energy of the earth. We can remember that everything happens with patience and divine timing. Maybe extend the stretch a tiny bit more, just taking a few more deep breaths in here. And slowly coming back. So coming over onto your knees, take your time. And we're just going to bring the hands under the shoulders, and we're just going to circle the hips to the left, to the right, over the shoulders, pressing down and back. Close the eyes and going in. You might want to make a figure of 8. Water channel is connecting to our sensuality, our sexuality, our flow, our freedom. Where can you give yourself tonight some permission to go in any way you want to flow? Maybe you want to use the breath to make you audible. Maybe you want to feel the sensations and hear them. Give yourself permission to connect deeply. Change in direction. So really push the hips, allow yourself to feel anything awakening in the sacral chakra, perhaps the lower back. I'm clicking a lot. Take in one more breath. And then then just coming up gently onto your knees. Inhale, sweep your energy up, palms up to sky, push the hips forwards. Exhale, sweep the hands back and down. Maybe you bring the forehead down to the ground, connect your third eye to the earth. Part of the feminine energy is that knowing, that trust. And inhale, reach up, connect, palms stretch. And so give yourself permission to clear any debris that might be blocking your visions or calling anything in, like you're cleaning the windows and just allowing that brightness, that sun to come in. Inhale one more time, reaching up, push the hips forward, spread the fingers. Exhale all the way down to the ground and just breathe. Let your shoulders relax. Breathing into the back of the heart. This is the space where we are open to receive. Breathing in, and Cancer New Moon is about nurturing and being comfortable in our bodies and our own skin. Comfortable with tapping into that feminine energy and bringing it into the balance with our masculine. So perhaps we can breathe in some gratitude to the body. Knowing that your body is mine and only yours. And allowing the earth to connect us back to our gratitude, feeling nurtured and supported. Being tender and soft, yet firm and fierce when necessary. Taking one more breath here. As you exhale, gently come up onto your hands and knees. You're going to step your left foot outside your left hand. You're going to tuck your right toes, lift your knee up, slide it back a little bit. If your knee is uncomfortable, please put a pillow underneath it. Option to turn your left foot out to the side or take your foot off the mat totally. Inhale, pull the heart forwards. Those of you who've been working with me for a while, you might bring your right elbow down. Start this. Breathe. Just let your head drop down, lead with the heart. Check the teeth. This moon, a lot of the themes are actually around family. A lot of the time when we think family, we think of immediate family, but it's asking us to connect to our soul family, our earth family, our tribe, as well as our own families. So if there's been anything coming up, any trauma, any wounds, anything that's highlighting to the surface, perhaps about being seen or heard or feeling loved, perhaps you could set that intention to release anything that may be sitting within us that no longer serves. Done a minute. If you want to go in a bit deeper, you can. Just breathe. And again, coming back to that place of trust. Perhaps you go in a little bit and then you come back out. You just test the water, as they would say. If anything is coming up, just breathe through it. Know that this will pass. Part of yin is allowing ourselves to feel the sensation so many times. Our minds will try and distract us. Whether it's using food or different distractions. Breathe in a bit deeper and give yourself permission to open a little bit more. knowing that your body is a divine gift and you would treat it as a temple. So where could you nurture yourself a little bit more? Where could you look after your body? And take one more breath here. You've done really well. If you're down on your elbow or elbows, you're coming up super slowly. This is the important part, that we move very slow in yin. We take our time, we come back. Maybe come back into a kneeling position for a moment. Palms can turn up. Chin tucks in. Just take a few nourishing breaths. When we connect to the element of water, we are connecting to that by being open to receive energy. So if you feel any energy in your hands, breathing that in, giving yourself permission to activate any divine feminine energy that you wish to call in. Anywhere maybe you've been feeling blocked or stuck, perhaps on projects or ideas or anything that maybe is feeling like it's hard work, give yourself permission for that divine feminine energy to come in, just for that knowing. Ready, we're going to come forward and we're going to change sides. So right foot comes outside right hand. You can turn the toes out, you can have the foot off the mat, slide your left knee back. Just taking a few deep breaths in and go in gently. So really being asked to rest, restore, recharge, putting boundaries under this new moon. We take back our power. We can connect to the energy of the moon to really connect to what you wish to call in, whether it's dreams or desires. Allowing the moon to not just guide you, but to hold you, to be seen and to be heard. In astrology, the shell of the crab is very hardened, so we're allowing ourselves to peel back the layers of the shell to soften for vulnerability and intimacy. Got the option to come in a bit deeper. You've done a minute, so if you want to go in, just be curious. The shell's got hard over the years. We put walls up, we put barriers up. So like ice, water can melt. So if there's anything that's perhaps feel like it's iced up over the years, give yourself permission, if you would like and you feel ready, to let the ice start to melt and just transmute all the way down into that feminine energy, that divine earth that's here to support us. Sending it back with love. Take 3 or 4 more deep breaths. Move with caution, slowly coming up. It's the fun bit about yin, trying to get out of it. And just coming back into that kneeling position, palms up to the sky, nice straight spine, be open to receive. And this particular moon sits really well with the moon in Lilith. So for those of you familiar with the black moon in Lilith, she was part of society that was pushed away and hidden, and can represent all the parts of ourselves that we hide away or we don't express, perhaps from societal norms or expectations from family. She's that part of us that's really yearning to be wild and free. So any times perhaps you've stopped yourself from being your truest self, doing what you want to do, letting go of the family ideals and the societal structures, and some of us are called the black sheep of the family. Give yourself permission tonight to connect to Black Lilith and set your heart free. As you breathe into the heart, feel it expand and open. And as you exhale, bring both your hands to your heart space, drop the chin down and just breathe in, support yourself. I invite you to allow, release, and be your raw organic self. Give yourself permission to receive. And let go of anyone or anything that's perhaps kept you feeling small in yourself and in the world. Release it, let it go. Take one more breath here. Very slowly, we're going to come onto our backs. One more water pose to open. So you might want to hold your shins and open the knees out. You're looking for a sensation in your groin. Those of you more flexible, you might hold your big toes or the edge of your feet. If you're going in for a wide happy baby, you can open your legs out. So just pulling the knees in to open, relax the shoulders, just taking some nice deep breaths, trying to get your lower back to melt into the floor. While you're opening those hips, giving yourself permission, if you're ready, to be open to receive. You can say yes in your mind's eye or out loud, just repeating these affirmations internally or externally. I'm accepting all forms of abundance into my life. I feel, think and act from a clear and conscious space. I am totally calm because I know that the universe always provides. I am strong. I am empowered, and I can do anything that I want to do. Taking 2 more deep breaths here. Lengthen your legs out onto the mat, coming into corpse pose, Shavasana. So just laying down, palms up to the sky. If you want to stay on the floor for your meditation, you can do. If you'd rather sit up, you can sit up. You can have your hands on your heart. Whatever works for you is absolutely fine. Just give yourself permission just to start rooting down into the earth. So perhaps you can just imagine some roots starting to grow out through. If you're laying down, the back of the shoulders, the legs, the feet. As they're growing down, they're growing all the way down into that crystalline core of the earth. As you're breathing in, bring your attention to your heart. And as you're exhaling, allow the energy just to leave out through the back of the heart, just to ground into the earth. When we can be truly open, our heart will lead the journey, and we can trust what makes our heart feel happy, what makes our heart want to sing. Get out of the minds. So start to breathe in and give yourself permission to connect back to your raw self tonight. Being vulnerable yet wild. And set the intention just to be here right now. Freeing yourself from anything and anyone. Deep breath in at the crown of the head. Allow the energy just to come and swirl around at the top. As you exhale, allow the energy to flush all the way down your body, all the way out through the soles of your feet. Then breathing up through your roots that have anchored down, pulling that energy all the way up from the core, the earth, all the way up the legs, bringing it all the way up, all the way to the top of the head, and allow it to connect all the way up to that divine energy. As you breathe in, give yourself permission to connect to your divine feminine energy tonight. The new moon is here for us to have fresh experiences and new starts, restoring, recharging and receiving. A lot of the times we carry a lot of energy that we're ready to let go of. We can keep falling back into old stories and old patterns, and it weighs us down. Life starts to feel really serious again. So as you exhale, give yourself permission to be light, to be free. So we're just going to use some affirmations just to start to activate that feminine energy. Deep breath in, focusing at your third eye. As you exhale, my feminine energy is an important part of my life. It's easy for me to flow with all the things that come my way without doubting them or questioning them. Releasing all that held my femininity back now. Bringing your awareness down to your throat. Taking a breath in here, feel the energy. Perhaps you can even see the colour blue as you're breathing in. And as you're exhaling, I speak my truth. Every day I allow my inner peace to balance and calm my words and my inner being. I'm safe to be heard. safe to be creative with my voice. Bring your awareness into your heart, breathing into the front of the heart. I have a divine purpose. I remember the ancient ways and ancient wisdom that is stored inside of me, ready to be free. I forgive myself for the mistakes which have hurt me. I am valuable. I am sacred. I am strong yet graceful. And now move your awareness down to your sacral chakra, just below your belly button, all around the hips that we've been really working with tonight. And see if you can breathe the energy and let it flush all around the front of the hips and around the back and all around the back and around the front, like you're just massaging the hips. Imagine some hands just gently pressing down and pulling round. Feel that sensation, bring it into your mind, feel that touch. My ecstasy is a manifesting force. I am allowing myself to give and receive pleasure. I am open to magic and open to miracles. I am a sexy, gorgeous manifestation of the divine feminine. I welcome in pleasure. Taking a breath in and just moving down now to the root, the earth. And new moon's also here to plant seeds to help us manifest and call in what we would like to materialize or to start to develop in our worlds. So while you're here now, give yourself permission to embody that feminine energy and get creative. What's your vision? What are you calling in? What do you want to create? What would make you feel loved? What would make you feel nourished? And I know not all of us can see it, so perhaps instead you can feel the feelings in your body. And one thing sometimes that helps me if I feel a bit stuck with things is I feel into a time when I felt really happy, really free. See if you can embody that into every single cell in your body. You're going to make each cell vibrate like a little magnet, so it's going to pull that energy in, because a lot of the times we just rely on the heart. Every cell imprints around and mirrors each cell in the body. So let's magnify the heart into every single part of you. So you become a vibrating, walking, crystallized, unicorn mermaid human. Managed to weave that in somewhere. Just like that mystical water when it's glittering and glistening. Allow allow that energy just to radiate out 360 degrees. Give yourself permission to open and balance all of your chakras. Give yourself permission to be highly vibrational. Call in your tribe, call in whoever needs to come into you to help you. Call in what you wish to manifest or to attract. Embody the frequency of what you want to attract in your life. All the weirdness, all the wonderfulness, all that stuff that perhaps we've locked away and hidden and said, no, I can't do that, it doesn't go with the norm. But embody it, do what you want to do and feel it. And even if you don't quite know where you're going with it, give yourself permission just to feel absolutely amazing. Where can you dance with life a bit more? Where can you be more playful, more creative? Where do you want to be? Or maybe where do you want to be living? What do you want to be doing? Who do you want to be with? Take a breath in. Again, you can repeat these out loud in your mind's eye. I am infinite. I am a divine vessel. I honor myself in all stages of my journey. I love my heart. And I love myself unconditionally. And I am so grateful to let go of what no longer serves me. Bringing your hands perhaps to your heart. Maybe put one hand on your heart and one hand on your sacral chakra, your lower belly. Just breathing in, connect to every single cell. Being that magnetic unicorn mermaid being. As you breathe out, just letting go of carry anymore. Any darkness. Thank you for showing us the light, like how to get there, but we're ready to be a bit more bouncy. Breathing in. And then the exhale, stretch your arms above your head. Maybe hug your knees in when you're ready. Rock side to side. I've got dark in here. Roll over to your left side, gently into a little fetus position if you're laying down. Dunk. Give yourself a hug. Taking one or two more breaths. When you're ready, sitting up into that powerful energy of yours. Take your time, keep your eyes closed. Send your arms up to the sky. I want you to press your lower palms together, connect your thumbs and first fingers, closing the eyes if they're open. Just breathing in and just calling in, tapping into that Cancer new moon energy. Whoa. And I want you to put that crown on top of your head. Stepping into that king, that queen, that god, goddess energy. Call it in, body it. Hands into prayer all the way down to your heart, honouring yourself for making space and time tonight. If anything comes up over the next few days, I'm always here to talk and to support. For now, namaste. If you're staying for the journaling part, you just need a pen and paper, or you can sit and listen, and I can always send you the questions afterwards. Put the light on, it's dark. Just give yourself some gratitude. It's still really dark in here. So grabbing a pen and paper if you want to do some journaling. It's just like a few questions just to connect to this moon and to notice what might need a little shift around, just to make sure we're feeling okay the next few days. Where have I been feeling a bit unsafe and a bit ungrounded? I'm going to close these blinds. So sometimes for me, I find it a little bit unsafe to speak what I want to speak. Sometimes my finances can make me feel unsafe. So like just being honest, write them down. To make a list. I know a lot of us are going through, like with finances and stuff, it's been speaking to so many of us, and it can really sort of be something that's put in a lot of us lately. So know that again, you're not alone if you've been feeling this. So what could you do to anchor in, to feel grounded, to feel safe? So when things feel like they're getting overwhelming, or you're like, I can't take a breath, or I've got so much like to worry about, where could you anchor in a little bit more, check in with self? So for me, like for example, tapping, havening's been a big thing lately for me. That's when you're like rubbing your own body and like connecting to self. Sometimes sharing a problem or sharing a worry, just letting someone hear you. Something that we noticed the other day is like the food that we're nourishing ourselves with. Like, are we keeping ourselves grounded by eating good quality food, or are we giving ourselves like fake energy? We are what we eat a lot of the time. So if we're replenishing with certain foods that aren't necessarily nourishing us, that's going to create crappy energy for us. It's like putting petrol into a diesel car and expecting it to run sometimes, and it's not going to happen. A lot of times when we're perhaps in our own worlds and we're worrying about stuff and we've been feeling ungrounded, perhaps where are we taking others around us or even closest to us for granted? You know, a lot of the times I don't speak enough to my brother, and I just take it for granted that he's always going to be there. it just sometimes takes one or two little messages just to show them that you're there and you care, and it can go so far. So how could you perhaps nurture them if we have been taking them for a little bit for granted? So this moon's about family, but also soul family, tribe family, as well as close, immediate family. So Cancer water energy is about creativity and having fun. So what are you maybe like most passionate about right now? Maybe it's like music or art, food. What are you feeling that you're actually quite passionate about? Not necessarily what you're taking action on, but what makes you feel excited or want to sort of explore more of. Even just be like connected to others more, being more sociable. Maybe it's like making plans or thinking about where you're going to go on your adventures next. Where do you want to see? Like, what are you most passionate about? Maybe it's something you've forgotten that you even used to be passionate about. And how well is this being represented in your life in this current moment, like in time? Is it something that's you're popping into every now and again, or you've ignored it for a while? With your passion or passions in mind and where they're represented right now, are there small changes you need to align more with your direction or perhaps your truth of what you enjoy more? So how maybe could you infuse a passion with perhaps a direction you're going with, a relationship, with a career, perhaps in your home? How could you fuse what you're passionate about more into maybe what you're doing? I'm very lucky, I'm really passionate about what I do now, but doing stuff like this allows me to tap into my creativity and put something together that feels like a little project has been birthed, creation. So are there changes that perhaps you need to make to allow you to create space to create some more magic? like I said, Cancer is related to the element of water, and the Cancer sign is the most, well, I find it the most emotional of the water signs. It can get very deep. So what self-care rituals help and nourish you, and are you actually taking care of yourself at the moment? Like, what do you maybe need to bring in more of, do less of? Like I said, new moon is about more rest and restore, so we can create space, so we can plant the seeds and allow the ideas to come in, for example, or create the space if you're looking for a new relationship, for example. You might start clearing space in your home to sort of welcome that energy in. You might want to create a new sacred space in your home to maybe do your meditations and stuff, so you come home to yourself more. We was talking earlier, and it's like, I don't think we're actually eating enough maybe to sort of take care of ourselves. Maybe we're using a bit more energy at the moment. Sometimes we aren't necessarily moving the body, but the energy is being used up by the emotional releases. So we've got this old idea of calories in, calories out, and how much we move, but how much emotional stuff coming up can be quite draining. Are we replenishing ourselves? Are we rehydrating? Are we getting outdoors, and are we grounding? It's like a snow globe. You're going to shake it. We want it to come up rather than settle all back down, otherwise the same shit's just going to keep landing back. Doesn't have to be I need to go for a run, I need to do this. Like a simple salt bath can pull out crap. A massage. When you're in the feminine energy, call it in, receive it. You want to call in a massage, maybe someone's going to be like, do you want to do an exchange? Or it doesn't always have to cost money, because a lot of times we think we can't do things because of finances. How could you be more open in to receive and just receive, not always have to give back? Knowing everything doesn't have to be an exchange. And along that one, what self-care practices can you include in your day or your week? Like self-care can be meditation, breath work, self-massage, yoga, sleeping, napping, eating, just laying on your bed and listening to music. Just finishing up, and if anything got missed off, you can message me or I can send it to you afterwards. So when you're ready, you can lay back on your back or sit up. I'm just going to close the practice. Closing the eyes. And this morning I pulled a card on nurture, and this is what this moon is really about, nurturing and coming back home to ourselves. So just know that you are home, knowing that we are rooted deep into our land, that we are sustained and nurtured. We are abundant. So perhaps over the next few days, really spend more time outside. Keep yourself grounded when you're doing the spiritual work as well, because it can feel like you're about to take off. Stay grounded. Whether you're hugging or sitting down in your favourite tree. When we want to birth a project, it requires solid groundwork, so stay strong. Strong foundations ensure like our success and our longevity. Bringing both hands to heart, placing them on your heart, left on top of right for female, right on top of left for male. The element to call is earth. Connect, restore, and then rebirth. Sink deeply as I nurture you. Recharge, restore to start anew. Namaste, my earth warriors. I hope you have some really cool freaking dreams. If anything comes up, like I said, you know where I'm at. And happy new moon. We'll see you super soon. Big love, well done.